So I did my project on Atoll Reefs. Just a description. It is surrounds a body of water called a lagoon. It kind of encloses the lagoon. They usually developed with underwater volcanoes. The larvae would attach to the sides of the volcano or seamounts. They grew around the edges of the shoreline of the island or of the volcano.
Where was this now?
It's like it's a piece of land that doesn't reach its surface, so it's not an island, but I guess you could call it an underwater island. Over time, the island erodes away while the reef continues to grow, so it's almost as if the volcano of the island is sinking back into the water as the reef is branching out and growing off of it. The atolls that grow sometimes protect a central island that doesn't completely erode away, and the lagoon is also around the island. They're commonly known as lagoon islands. Most atoll reefs are formed in tropical waters due to because you need a clear and shallow water. They're most commonly in the Pacific and Indian Oceans, around the equator usually. They need warm water, warm and clear waters. The Atoll Reef, like I said, surrounds the lagoon or central island and is usually in an oval, circle, or horseshoe shaped. The shape's usually based around that internal island or the lagoon. The outside ocean and inside of the lagoon are separated by channels, so they're not completely, the lagoon and the island aren't completely enclosed. It leads from the sea right into the lagoon. They vary greatly in size. The largest was found around 3,000 kilometers, and some can be as small as 20 meters. Charles Darwin was really the first one to question the formation of the reefs. The corals colonized underwater on the seamounts, volcanoes, or the islands. The algae needed light to grow through photosynthesis, obviously, so it grew upward trying to reach the light. But as it grew underwater, and this wasn't commonly known before, it continued to grow and gain size underwater. As I was saying, the reef is separated by the lagoon. And it forms around, because it starts growing on the island, on the shore of the island, so it surrounds the lagoon island with the shape of the island. And it forms a type of barrier reef between the open water in the ocean and the lagoon. sorry. Over time, the volcano usually sinks down into the ocean and disappears, leaving just the lagoon and reef. And it leaves behind the ring shape of the reef. But this picture is kind of a volcano island that stayed in the middle. It didn't completely get overtaken by the lagoon and the reef. And here's just a picture of the formation. You can see that the lagoon is surrounded by the reef. As in TJ's presentation, there's patch reefs. That's usually just a horizontal platform coral. The back reef slope is almost as steep as the fore reef slope. And the reef crest is usually the highest point of the reef. And the reef flat is just the most horizontal part of the reef. And these are just explaining the diagram as of setting the patch reef is those isolated platforms of coral with the steep back reef slope. For our specific reef, I chose the Maldives Reef, which is located just south of India in the Indian Ocean. It is a group of 26 atoll reefs, and it spans 90,000 kilometers. Just a list of sources.
Thank you. Quick question about the reef parts, and this can be answered by any of the groups who have gone so far, but there's one of the distinctions between the atoll reef and the other reefs is that the atoll reef has that ring structure. There's another significant difference in terms of the reef flat. What do you think the difference is in the reef flat between the atoll reef compared to the fringing and the barrier reef?
There's no.
The reef flat doesn't have
sediment.
coral. It has plant life instead of coral growth.
In terms of the reef flat of an atoll, it's a lot thinner. It's not as wide. It's much more narrow compared to the reef flats of the fringing reefs and the barrier reefs. So that's another way you can sort of distinguish them.